Sunday. From Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Zane Gonzalez set it Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny when we talked to him. All he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
A big play there on the first play of the game. 41 yards.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
A gain of 6 there on first. Great changeup there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got in.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Holton Hill, the one there to bring him down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A huge play that time for the Colts. 45 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Chase Winovich brought him down. That's a gain of 6.
Now they try the right side here. 3. And out of bounds right around the 20. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
At the 15-yard line.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. That is caught at the 7-yard line. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun. Love. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. Third and 2. Love with it. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. He lost a big chunk. 6 yards there. And it leads to 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Running back again.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit. They're currently the best in the NFL and converting on third down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Can't do that.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
He's going to let it go again. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not real.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. I'll tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of him had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. Big hold to the 30. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Joe Mixon, 85 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On third down, Love. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The running back, again, the ball.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
6-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Love from the gun. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here, 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Steps away to his left. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Love from the gun on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
second down. Love. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Colts are going to have a first and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, the ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And the ball situated at the 9, second and goal. From the gun, Love, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab, and the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
At their own 25-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. So officially now a 1,000-yard campaign for him, but I don't think he's going to take his foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, it's one of those thoughts, though, that creeps into your mind because there is a little mini celebration over on the side.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, 49ers. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Operating from the gun. Love. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And 9 yards to go.
On 3rd down, Love. He's going to go up top again. That's caught at the 25. And finally out of bounds all the way down to about the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. With touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that one, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll look to throw here on first down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Face mask. Defense.
Don't you do that.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
Back now in Indianapolis.
21.
It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 25 yards that time.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him a more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Niners are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Mixon trying to punch it in, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. Just bowling over tacklers. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was a huge play on 3rd down. So now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Tyreek Hill with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 45 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Love. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So now the Niners down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st down, San Francisco.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
He'll look to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barton. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And this is where the mental part of the game comes into play. Defense is out of timeouts. Just hold on to the football. No sense really trying to score. They should be able to run this one out.
Love looking to throw. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now. Here we go, a big play in a tight game late. They're going on fourth and goal. They'll try and run for it. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a fourth here. And his 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Colts, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.